The silence outside the company was louder than anything inside it had ever been. Isabella hadn't expected that. She thought leaving would feel like relief, like stepping away from something that had been pressing against her for too long, something heavy, something consuming. Instead, it felt like something had been cut away too quickly. Her apartment was quiet in a way she wasn't used to. No background noise. No distant conversations bleeding through glass walls. No tension sitting beneath every interaction. And no Adrian. That was the part she refused to think about directly. So she didn't. Her phone buzzed softly on the table. She didn't turn toward it immediately. She didn't need to. She already knew who it was. He had been calling, messaging, not constantly, not desperately, but consistently present. And somehow, that made him harder to ignore. She had read every message. We need to talk. Don't do this alone. This isn't how it ends. Her fingers tightened slightly at her side. She walked over slowly and picked up the phone, not to reply, just to read the messages again. And that unsettled her more than anything else, because it meant he still mattered. She dropped the phone back onto the table and stepped away, exhaling sharply, as if that could push the feeling out of her chest. It didn't. Hours passed. She tried to distract herself, work, notes, anything that could keep her mind occupied. Nothing held. The knock came in the evening, soft at first, then again, more certain this time. She froze, her breath caught, not from surprise, from recognition. She stood still for a moment, weighing the decision without naming it. Then, she walked to the door, slowly. Her hand rested on the handle longer than necessary. Then, she opened it. Adrian stood there, not the version she knew behind glass offices and controlled environments. No distance. No carefully measured expression. Just him. You shouldn't be here, she said quietly. I know. You keep saying that, and you keep opening the door. That almost pulled a reaction from her. Almost. Why are you here? She asked softly. A pause. Because you left, he said, and I didn't. Her brows pulled together slightly. That doesn't make sense. It does to me. Silence settled between them, not tense, not soft, unresolved. You can't show up like this, she said, and you can't disappear like nothing happened. That landed harder than she expected, because that was exactly what she had done. Finally, she stepped aside, not fully inviting him in, but not refusing either. Come in. He didn't hesitate. The door closed behind him, and with it, the distance she had been trying to maintain. I didn't come here to argue, Adrian said. Then what did you come for? He looked at her directly. No deflection. No avoidance. You. The word landed heavier than she expected. She turned slightly, creating space between them. You should leave. But her voice lacked conviction. I'm not leaving this unresolved. There's nothing to resolve. That's not true. Her jaw tightened. You made it clear what this was. I didn't. You let it happen. Silence. Because that part, he couldn't deny. You think I don't regret that? He asked quietly. She turned back toward him. I think you regret getting caught. The words stayed between them. Sharp, honest. No, Adrian said. I regret that you had to face it alone. That shifted something. Not defense, not strategy, truth. You didn't choose me, she said, quietly. His response came slower this time. I didn't know how to. That's not an excuse. I'm not using it as one. A pause. I'm telling you I was wrong. That stopped her, because Adrian didn't say things like that, didn't admit things like that, not easily. I should have made it clear, he continued. I should have stopped hiding. You. Her chest tightened. Then why didn't you? Silence. Because the truth wasn't simple. I thought keeping it separate would protect it, he admitted, and instead, you made it easy to destroy. He didn't argue, didn't correct her, because she wasn't wrong. The room fell quiet again, but this silence wasn't tension. It was truth, settling into place. You don't get to fix this in one conversation, she said. I know. Then why are you here? A pause. Then, Because I'm not done choosing you. Her breath caught, not because she believed it immediately, but because he said it without hesitation. And what happens when things get complicated again? She asked softly. It will, he admitted. That answer surprised her. But I won't step back this time. Silence, because now, the decision wasn't his anymore. It was hers, and somehow, that made it heavier. You hurt me, she said quietly. I know, and I don't trust this yet. I know. No argument. And no pressure, just acknowledgement, and somehow, that made it harder to push him away. I need time, she said. I'll wait. No hesitation. And no conditions, just certainty. He didn't stay long, he didn't push further, and somehow, that mattered more than anything else he could have said. When the door closed behind him, the apartment felt quiet again, but not empty. Her phone buzzed later that night. This time, she didn't ignore it. She stared at the screen for a long moment, then answered. Hello. A pause, then Adrian's voice, lower, careful. I told you I'd call. I know. Silence followed, not awkward, just cautious. I meant what I said, he added. You say a lot of things, and this time, a pause. I'm giving you the chance to see it. Her fingers tightened slightly around the phone. How? A brief silence. Then, dinner. She frowned slightly. Dinner? Public. That word landed differently. Not hidden, not private, not something to deny. Something real. You're serious? Yes. Another pause. Longer this time. Then finally, okay, she said softly. And just like that, something began again. Not the same, not easy, but intentional.